Like, subscribe, and share. Now, as I study this situation that we as Black people are awakening to and seeking to get the monkey of racism of our backs, we must understand the biggest threat or impediment to relieving the stress of racism are Black sellouts. They are our biggest threats. The first way they are a threat is through propaganda. We are more likely to trust someone that looks like us than we are to trust a Caucasian. And a lot of the time, unfortunately, it's the Caucasian that we should be trusting. And the only way to alleviate this problem is to listen to what is being said. Whether it's a white person or a Black person, listen to what is being said and contrast that with what you know to be sure there is no contradiction. And if you are not sure, then do the research. Now, understand this. Any Black person that supports Donald Trump is either ignorant or he is selling out for cash. Because one thing we know for sure about Donald Trump is that he is a liar. We know from his past record that he is a liar. He said he was going to show his taxes, and he spent millions of dollars to try to prevent showing his taxes. When he lost the case, the media still would not show his taxes because he is a part of the white power structure, and we all know that he wants to overthrow the government and become a dictator. He has said this. So common sense tells us that he cannot be trusted because a dictator does what? He takes your free will. He takes power away from you. Therefore, any Black person who supports Donald Trump or the Republican Party is a sellout, is a traitor. The man tried to overthrow the government. Had a Black person had done that, would they be out on the streets running for president? The question is rhetorical because the answer is no. Also, if a Black person who supports the Republican Party and Donald Trump in particular, understand what make America great again means. It means to go back to what? Jim Crow days. Denial of our civil rights and right to vote. Understand that this man put racists into the government so that he could get away with the things he's getting away with, and he's also put them in the Supreme Court so that they will not fight him when he tries to become a dictator. And I'm going to tell you this, know what Proposition 2025 is, the legislation. You see, sellouts are our biggest problems because sellout divide us as a people. Also, the second thing they do is they infiltrate our organizations and set people up to be assassinated. This is what happened to Martin Luther King. This is what happened to Malcolm X. I mean, it happens to all our leaders. Nowadays, they use some type of chemical poisoning. But understand this, the biggest threat to our awakening are those people who take the side of our antagonists. Another thing that you all aren't going to like to hear. Christians. Christians are a problem. Anyone that goes to a church is a problem. Let me ask you a question. Does Biden support Israelis? AIPAC? Because AIPAC said that young black men are their enemies. And if Biden supports them, then he is our enemy. Trump's parents was members of the KKK. Trump wouldn't rent to black people in Trump Towers. The people, or I should say, the person we should be voting for is one of our own. They never mention his name because they want us to believe that he doesn't have a chance of winning. But Cornel West has a chance of winning if people vote for them. If people vote with their brains and not based on some type of ideological concept that he can't win. That is an ideological concept. That is not a truth. Truth is, if he gets the most votes, he wins. But if they can get you to believe that he can't win, then you're not going to vote for him. And if they get you to believe this, who is thinking for you? You see, understand, you have to do what is right at all times. If everyone does what is right at all times, you don't need a leader. And this is what has happened in Kenya. Ruto, the president, is out. There was no leader to this movement. There was no leader. The people watched the internet. They got the truth off the internet. They ignored the sellouts. The people in Kenya ignored the sellouts. And they asked themselves, what is it that we want and what is it that we don't want? Then they looked at all the things Ruto did. And then they marched against him in the thousands throughout the entire country. It is a leaderless movement. Just a lot of different ideas coming from different places. And when everybody believes in the truth, they act in conjunction. When people believe in the truth, they act in conjunction. And they do not fear. And they do not fear. Biden is trying to get you to fear Trump. So you vote for him. But what has he done for us but told us no reparations and gave agents a hate crime bill? Now he's up there in the churches and you got all these black pastors kissing his butt. This one black pastor said, I was up there with Trump and I shook his daughter's hand And because she shook my hand, I know that he's a good man. The man's family hates him. He said it publicly on TV. My family hates me. And what I'm saying is this. Don't vote for Trump. Don't vote for Biden. Vote for Cornel West and let the cards fall where they may. Because my thing is this. If we're going to get it on, we might as well get it on now. And don't try to delay it with Biden. If it's going to happen, then we might as well let it happen now. And I'm going to tell you this. We didn't lose the Civil War. We didn't lose the war for our civil rights and our voting rights. We haven't been losing. And if we don't win, we lose anyway. If we don't fight, we win anyway. If we don't fight, we lose anyway. If we don't fight, we lose anyway. It's just a slow death if we don't fight. Vote for Cornel West. Let's unite over the internet. And then pay attention. These so-called white pastors, these cats been paid off. Ain't no telling who they sleeping with in their congregation. The reality of the situation is that our religion is spiritual philosophy. That is our religion, spiritual philosophy. It was taken from us and replaced with Christianity. And then some of us, knowing the history of Christianity, have became Muslims. But they also helped to capture and sell us into slavery. Muslims did that. We are Hebrew Israelites. We are of the Kemetic mystery system. We are of the Kabbalion and the Kabbalah. Those are our spiritual teachings, not the Bible. The Bible is our history, and it's been tainted. And now you got Trump. He's done made a Bible because the Bible isn't copyrighted. People, we got to do better than this. And I'm not talking about, and some will say this, forget about the Christians, the black Christian, the black Muslims. Those of us who know that we are Hebrew Israelites, it's up to us. It's up to us. Because the other ones are lost anyway. The other ones they're just followers anyway. So we have to do what's right. And maybe, just maybe, it'll give them a backbone to do what is right also. Like, subscribe, talk to you later.